Hello, I am here today to inform you about some of the effects drug addiction has on not only the users and their families, but also the entire United States. Here is a picture of a woman before and after drugs. As you can see, it causes a dramatic difference in a person's health and appearance. The three main points that I'm going to cover with you today are going to be some of the shocking statistics, the physical and psychological effects it can cause, and the emotional effects, which is revealed by sharing with you some of my life experiences. According to the Drug Policy Alliance, the U.S. spends more than $51 billion on the war against drugs annually. And in the United States in 2013, 1.5 million people were arrested for nonviolent drug charges alone. The total number of Americans incarcerated for drugs in federal, state, and local prisons and jails was 2,220,000, or 1 in every 110 adults. That's the highest incarceration rate in the world. According to Drug Policy Alliance website, the number of students who have lost federal financial aid eligibility because of drug convictions is 200,000 plus. And the number of people in the U.S. who reportedly died of a drug overdose in 2013 was 43,982. Now, as overwhelming and shocking as these facts and numbers may be, perhaps the most devastating part of drug addiction is the psychological and physical effects it has on and within a person's being. According to Natasha Tracy, a writer for HealthyPlace.com, the psychological effects of drug addiction come from the reason the user is addicted to the drug, as well as the changes that take place in the drug when a person becomes a drug addict. Some psychological effects of drug addiction include wild mood swings, depression, anxiety, paranoia, violence, decrease in pleasure in everyday life, complications of mental illnesses, hallucinations, confusion, psychological tolerance to the drug's effects, creating a desire to do an ever-increasing amount of the drug, and a desire to engage in risky behavior, just to name a few. Physical effects of drug addiction vary by drug, but are typically seen in all systems of the body. Some of the physical effects it can cause are contraction to HIV, hepatitis, and other illnesses, heart irregularities, heart attacks, respiratory problems such as lung cancer, emphysema, and breathing problems, abdominal pain, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, kidney and liver damage, seizures, stroke, brain damage, and changes in appetite, body temperature, and sleeping patterns. Although I did not experience many psychological effects due to my addiction, my family and I did endure many emotional issues. Not only did I use methamphetamines, but I also sold it for 17 years, causing severe emotional strains on my family. Being a dealer and an addict consumes all your time and energy, leaving little time for true happiness, such as your children, friends, and family. I sold drugs in order to provide for my children and make sure that our bills were met. Often I was caught having to choose between making the money we needed and the quality time I needed to spend with my children. Being a user affected my entire family emotionally because my emotions and feelings were altered, and I would distance myself from healthy relationships. This left me incapable of really being there for my children in the way that they needed me the most. Drug addiction has many lifelong effects. The statistics are overwhelming and continue to worsen with each passing day. The psychological and physical effects last a lifetime and are most often irreversible. The guilt you experience and the emotional trauma to yourself and your family continues to cause damage long after the addiction is under control. As I end my speech, I will leave you with a picture of my before and after. Thanks.